Hi and welcome to another edition of BRE TV. My name's Alistair Morrison. I'm joined with me today by Dominic Morrison. How are you, Dominic?
Very good, Alistair. It's good to be outside, not in the office, and out with this beautiful view behind us.
It is a stunning view.
Whose listing's this?
Why? Are we having a competition here, are we? I didn't realise we were competing all of a sudden just for every single... We are competing all the time. But Dominic has got a cracking listing here. And we thought we'd come out on this beautiful winter's day because the sun's shining in our faces. I think it feels as though a little bit of spring might be trying to crack through. But you've brought us to this property at 5 Faulkner Street, which is in an area of Ballarat Central that is almost like a little hidden gem.
I think it's going to take off. Well, it probably already has, but we're overlooking Mount Pleasant here. And this property, on face value, people are getting excited about it. And then they get out the back here and see this beautiful view across the historic homes of Mount Pleasant, and it just gets better and better.
It is absolutely amazing to be able to sit out the back here and have this as your view from your outdoor entertaining area would be absolutely stunning. And then you've got a huge amount of yard at the back there, which you could do things like veggie gardens, house extensions, orchards, all sorts of amazing things out the back. So it's a cracking property.
The house is also good enough just to put a tenant in straight away, and then maybe down the track make it into that dream home.
Yeah, and all from about 2 minutes drive from CBD Ballarat, probably even walking distance. But we're also looking out onto an area of Ballarat that was the highest growth area in Australia in the last quarter.
Is that right?
Yep, that's right. And then Mount Pleasant was featured in we did an article in the Ballarat Courier about it. The journalists at the Courier got onto it. And so Mount Pleasant has taken off in Ballarat Central. But it wouldn't be the only area of Ballarat that's taken off. We've seen a lot of areas over the last 12 months go up in excess of 20% in value. You know, Ballarat really has been the actual hero of real estate in the country. It's been regularly one of the most searched areas on realestate.com.au. And you only just have to look week in, week out, and how many people are attending open houses to know how small it is.
Look behind the camera there at our cameraman who's just purchased in Mount Pleasant a couple of years ago, and he's very excited.
He did. He's rubbing his hands together going, I've made a squillion already.
Laughing all the way to the bank, our cameraman.
But there's lots of people who've done well out of real estate over the last, 12 months, 2 years, 3 years. A lot of people have done very well out of real estate. You don't have to look at areas like Wendouree and the price increases that you're seeing across there. But the people in Mount Pleasant are leading the pack. In fact, they're leading the country. So good on you, Mount Pleasant. Keep buying real estate. But likewise, we're selling heaps of real estate at the moment, Dom. We're getting into just about to verge into spring, and the spring market is a huge time in real estate. We sell heaps of property in spring, but I think almost like the little optimum time is just that period we're in now just before spring, while we're still in a little bit of winter and just on the verge, because the effect is there's just less stock on the market, isn't there, at the moment, Dom?
That's right. The early bird gets the worm when it comes to selling in spring. So we're just leading into it now. The sun's shining. Numbers are incredible when we meet. We meet a few times a week with our whole sales team and hear about what sort of numbers are going through properties, and it's incredible. 20s and 30s all over the place.
Yep.
However, once you get to the back end of spring, there can be a bit of excess and a lot of properties that are left over that you're competing with. So a lot of my clients are getting in touch with me over the last couple of weeks, and we're ready to go now. So anyone that's on the verge, it's worth getting in contact with us ASAP.
It's fair to say the smart sellers get in before the rest of the market gets in. So they can expect a huge surge in new listings basically over the next sort of 4 or 5 weeks. But the smart sellers are getting in over the next 2 or 3 weeks because that's when they're getting the best prices.
Buyers out there at the moment that won't wait. They're going to buy something ASAP. So if you go too late, a lot of those buyers will be gone.
Absolutely.
And those ones that want to buy something eagerly often pay the good prices, don't they?
100%, 100%. So it is a great time of the year to sell. It's a great time in terms of the momentum that the market in Ballarat is experiencing, and also the good sentiment, the media coverage that Ballarat's getting in terms of price growth is really supporting a lot of the strength in the marketplace. And that strength is borne out in some of our sales results we've been getting. I know that Terry got a great result at 196 in Howe Street in Miners Rest.
And is that a 6 in Miners Rest?
That is a 6 in Miners Rest, Dom, $605,000. And it feels like when you drive through Miners Rest, it's all Ballarat real estate, isn't it? It's all BRE signs everywhere. I know Terry's become the Miners Rest king out there. We're dominating in that area. You wouldn't want to be selling a house in Miners Rest if it wasn't with Ballarat real estate.
Even that side of Ballarat, Wendouree, Ballarat North, all the way out to Miners Rest is really our territory, isn't it? Our main territory. So.
We're really getting some great results out there. So well done to the team doing really well there. I know Carl got a great result. I think we all couldn't believe how the price at 7 Bolton Street in Sebastopol got. $340,000, really great price. I know Jess also got a great price at 1334 in Geelong Road in Mount Clear. A beautiful home, really well presented, and a great result of over $500,000. Huge money for that property. And you tell us about your one at 12 Malakoff Street, Dom.
12 Malakoff Street in Newington. That was a really good little property on a pretty compact block. We were able to get into the high threes for that one. Happy buyer, happy vendor there.
Still a sought after area, Ballarat, that Newington area, isn't it? It's probably seen some great price growth over the years, but there's still a long way to go around there. But we've got some great new stock coming on market this weekend as well. Some great properties that are going to get a lot of attention. 12 Delaney Drive in Miners Rest. As I said, Terry Richardson is absolutely dominating out there. The king of Miners Rest. You've got a great property at 92 Alfredton Drive in Alfredton.
Substantial executive home in Alfredton Drive. All beautiful houses around that area. So you're in good company. That's going to the market this weekend. 545 to 575. Good buying there.
Yep. 5 Faulkner Street, which is the property that we're at. Great property.
Perfect.
Unit 254 Peel Street South is Brian T. Brian's got a great townhouse there. It's going to get a lot of interest there.
Under 300 for a 2-bedder in Ballarat Central. That'll go quickly.
Absolutely, he's doing well. 5 Madden Street in Black Hill Dave's got a great property there, a 2-story property. It's got some aspect to it. It's a beautiful home, well presented. And 23 St Michael's Drive, St Michael's Place in Lake Garden is one of Carl Casella's properties.
Lovely home, really big, quality, but private home in Lake Gardens that is going to suit a lot of people there.
Walk to Lake Wendouree, great expansive property, quality fixtures and fittings throughout. Is just really a gem of a property.
Right.
So we've got some great new stock come on the market. Sales are still happening. Huge amount of interest at open houses. It really is the top time of the year. We'll look back on these years, Dom, go, they were the best, they were the golden years of real estate in Ballarat. So if you're in the market to buy, obviously it's a great time to buy. If you're into the market to sell, now's the time to get onto it because we're in the peak period and now's the time to get a really great result for your property. But thanks, Dom, for being with us for another edition of BRE TV.
Short and sharp.
Short and sharp is the way we like it. And we'll see you another time on BRE TV.